So what I'm going to talk to you about is a program to develop in collaboration with Birmingham City Council, a digital twin for Birmingham, the whole city eventually. But you will realise that Birmingham is a pretty big place and that one needs to start somewhere. So what this digital twin has focused on is a part of Birmingham which you can see highlighted in the red box here. But just to orientate you, this is the city centre. You can see down here there's a running track that is part of the university. Over here is the cricket ground. City centre leads us towards this part of Birmingham, which takes us through St Andrews, the football ground, Birmingham City, and then along the A45. If you were to follow this road, you eventually get to the airport. This is part of Birmingham which has been prioritised for investment by Birmingham City Council. And the reason for that is it has been historically underinvested in, high levels of fuel poverty, low levels, as I said, investment, and the need for joined up planning. And so the digital twin is to look at how you use a digital twin as a planning tool. So it's integrated into the work of the planning department in the City Council. How you plan energy infrastructure. So we have the energy team from the City Council embedded in this program. How you develop transport infrastructure. So again, transport team. And transport is not just looking at how vehicles might move around the city, it's looking at the emissions and air quality and all of those sorts of issues, and bringing all of that together within a digital twin program. So this part of Birmingham is called Tyseley, and this is what it looks like if you were to zoom in a little. The Tyseley area has got an environmental enterprise district. Includes about 250 businesses, about 8,000 people, and a whole bunch of rather interesting assets. So at the top here we've got a rail depot, and that rail depot is a diesel depot, and at some point we'll undergo a transition to a different type of fuel, probably hydrogen. We have in this area the city's energy from waste plants, so 350,000 tonnes of waste come into this place, generates 25 megawatts of electricity. We have also an energy park, so this part here is an energy park, a biomass plant with 10 megawatts of generation. Wood waste is used through a gasification process. Got a refueling station. This is part of the creation of the clean air zone within the city. So at the moment we've got 20 hydrogen buses which are running in and out of that. UK's leading hydrogen refueling station. We've got an innovation centre, and we've got a whole area here which needs to go through a transformation. So it's very traditional business, and there's a plan to roll across that area a revamp of the energy infrastructure. So if I just go back one slide, there's a huge amount of energy generation in this area, and the idea is to put across this zone a heat grid, electricity grid, smart grid, and maybe even a hydrogen network. So and that feeds into a master plan which has been developed by the City Council as part of growing this part of Birmingham. And the branding is a Green Innovation Quarter. So the digital twin work is in its infancy in some ways. I'll explain where on earth it has got to. But what we've done is draw together a whole set of stakeholders. So City Council, obviously, and then a group of companies. And on this particular piece of work, Siemens has been holding the ring. But it includes companies like Microsoft, etc., and the universities of the city. And the idea is to bring everybody together, take that community on a journey, and hopefully realise that digital twin. So where we've got to so far is two stages of work that has happened. The first is trying to understand what on earth that digital twin, if it was created, should deliver. And we've had a whole set of activities to bring us to a point of understanding. And so we have a vision which is maybe not surprising. It is to for the city to grow and scale digital investment, and many cities are on this journey. Make the city a testbed of digital innovation, and raise the profile and reputation of the city, and the city doesn't always have a great reputation. And so what we have done is brought everybody together. Part of this was a very intensive 2-day workshop to try and understand, or get people first of all to understand what on earth a digital twin was, and then if there was a digital twin, what is it that the digital twin should deliver for them. And so we have taken the group of stakeholders through, as you can see, 8 steps, which tries to understand who is it that would benefit from a digital twin. So developing personas, trying to understand what those personas would do with a digital twin, what the challenges they're facing, how a digital twin might help address some of those challenges. And then that takes us all the way through to the technical specification of what on earth the digital twin is, how much it would cost to build, what the platform is, etc. And I won't go through all of the detail, but just to give you a feel, here are 4 of the personas that have been developed, which are relevant to the development of that enterprise district. So SMEs, we've got a large number, 250 businesses across that enterprise district. How on earth would they engage with this proposition? You have the policy leads of the city council. What sort of challenges, what do they do? How would they use the digital twin as part of their future development of the city? Residents, as I said, 8,000 residents. How could they use this digital twin as part of the co-creation process of the development? So how do you allow public to engage with a digital twin and select and create options? And then bottom line is we need money. So how is it that we can use a digital twin to allow the investor community to understand what the investment proposition is? And that's not just looking at the beautiful environment that one could create, but actually running business models through a digital twin, which allows that investor to test different types of propositions in terms of investment. What drops out at the back end of that is a kind of analysis of the thematic areas of the digital twin, and as I said, some kind of specification, technical specification. Just looking at time, my 8 minutes are up. So just to say what we're doing at the moment, what we have done is divided the enterprise district into a number of zones. So we are just scanning using drones, scanning those zones so we can do a digital capture. We are analysing the energy infrastructure and the emissions patterns across that area that will be integrated as an overlay into that digital capture. And that digital capture will also allow us to look inside buildings, so look at the digitally at the energy infrastructure and energy performance inside those buildings. So so far we've put about 300k into this program as supporting the City Council in developing this initiative. And I'll stop there, because Simon, my time is up, and hopefully that is enough for people to understand what we're doing.
Thanks, Martin.